Good. Hi, Carl Rosen, back again, Innovation Design Course, MVV Prototype. Speaking to my partner, Dr. Morgan. She's a glaucoma expert. Been around for quite a few years. Recognized expert in Alaska on glaucoma. And Liz, I specifically didn't tell you much about this because I wanted you just to kind of free think and just to speak about this and listen to your thoughts. But thank you for taking the time to join us. And we're interested in understanding how taking eye drops for your patients affects their daily routine, how they manage to schedule eye drop use. And I just thought you'd be, thank you for sharing your experiences with your patients and eye drop use. Because as we both know, compliance is pretty weak. Would you agree? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So Liz, I'm just going to say, hey, pretend, you're going to turn on the eye drop compliance prototype device. So
Go ahead and turn
go
it
ahead,
on.
go ahead and turn it on.
Yep.
Oh, look, it's on. Now it's 8 a.m. in the morning. You wake up. It's at the bedside or in your bathroom.
Yep.
And it's lighting up and it's red, signaling you need to take the drop.
Yep.
So just free thinking, just some thoughts on how your patients would respond to this.
So number one, it's nice that there's a light there because that's a quick visual reference. And the fact that it's a color that says red, like need to take, warning, womp womp, is a quick, simple, direct message. So I think that's good. Taking it out, taking the drop, and then being able to put it back in and change the color. Again, same idea. It's a quick, simple message just in one big color scheme, which is good because a lot of my patients are older, difficult remembering things. So that's a nice, simple message that they, I think, can remember. I like the fact that it weighs how much has been given for a few reasons. The first is it lets, if there was a way for me to know, like if this was somehow assimilated into a graph that I could look at, I'm not sure how you would do that electronically, to let me know that, yep, they're taking their drop, that would be really great information. As opposed to just being a reminder, for them it would be like me plugging in and seeing the data and go, oh yeah, sure enough, they took their drop this day and this day and this day. Here's when they missed it. The other thing that's handy about it is one of the big complaints that my patients have is they'll say, I can't just get one drop out of it. And so if you have a way of determining exactly how many drops they were putting in with each time, you would know how much they're spilling, which in turn you could translate to the pharmacy so that they wouldn't get in a position where they often get into, which is, I've run out of my drop, the pharmacy won't refill it, what do I do now? They think I'm selling it on the black market or something. So there's a way that this could help resolve that issue too. I have a couple reservations or things that you could also add to it, and that is, the first is, there's some glaucoma medications, specifically the prostaglandins, that are sensitive to light and heat. So if there would be some way to kind of make sure this is temperature controlled or blocks direct sunlight, that would protect that prostaglandin so you'd know they weren't just taking a drop that had been deactivated. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I wish there was some, but that'd be over the scope. I was just thinking of ways to somehow help get the drop in the eye. But
Yeah.
I think this is a separate device, and that's a totally different issue. Yeah.
We
And I guess I have one other thing. A lot of my patients are on more than one drop. So I guess that could be easily solved, though, by having more than one device.
Right. Or actually, my original prototype had two carriages for drops.
Yeah.
So I just wanted, because this is nice and small for a single drop use.
Yeah.
Certainly multiple drops you can make it a little bit larger.
Yeah.
But so and that was excellent. Thank you for that. So those are the pain points that you would solve. Some of the pain points you would solve, and what do you think a patient would pay or their family would pay for a device like this?
out of pocket? You mean
Or, let's say insurance got involved, but there was, maybe a deductible or there's a threshold. But what would you put, what kind of price would you put on a device like this?
Well, I think those are two separate questions. So, most of my patients are going to be Medicare patients, and so one of them is, what kind of copay would they feel comfortable with? And if Medicare was paying for this and they just had their copay, I bet they'd be comfortable with anything $200 or less, I would think.
Okay, so we originally thought $20 was a fair price for folks on fixed income, elderly patients, which fits the glaucoma profile. And our economic units revolved around $20, but right.
That's great, but if you've got something that's kind of high tech,
Yeah.
that'll last for their whole life,
Yeah.
that's a one-time payment.
Right, so we could look at that. And then we were also thinking of putting a Bluetooth on this and having some kind of patient portal device on this, but that's another story. But yeah, I mean,
to be able to transmit the information
To
to
the
us
doctor's office,
that
yeah.
tells you, that'd be super cool.
wouldn't that? Yeah. So Liz, thanks so much.
Yeah.
You're great. Thanks, Shelley.